welcome back to the Crafty Art Shack. And today, can I tell you a little bit stuff about Ellie? Ellie's my cousin, and if you haven't seen her video, it's up there. And I can't wait to get started. Well, before we get started, wait! We are going to give a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and the notifications if you're watching on the iPad or the Nintendo Switch and not on the TV, then you can hit it with your pinky finger. If you're watching it on the TV, just move it with the pinky finger and do it. Okay, ready? 3,
Get on with the video. Hey guys, next we're going to take this little fall sign that we got from the Dollar Tree. We're going to take all the stuff off of it and sand it. Okay, you guys, the first thing we're going to do is get all this stuff off of it, and I'm just using the little Cricut scraper, and then I'm going to take that sticker off the back. I'm going to cut a piece of brown paper here for this to sit on, and then I'm going to take and get out my stencils. I put the brown paper down because I didn't want to get paint on my desk, and you're going to pick out which one of these stencils you want. It's got 4 of them on there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and trace around all of the lettering. I'm going to tape it down where I want it to sit after I pick out which one I want. And then once you get that done, you're going to take your glue gun, and I use a fine tip glue gun for this, and you're going to outline all your little design on there. Then you're going to take and trace out a piece of material to fit the back side of this. Use your Mod Podge and put that piece of material on there. And then once you get that material on there, you're going to have a little sign that's going to come up, and you're going to want to make sure you get all these wrinkles out of this. Now the Dollar Tree has little packets of signs that say hello fall, hello autumn, and right there I'm going to cut off the edges of this and make sure nothing's hanging over. Then I'm going to take this side, paint it with linen white chalk paint from Rust-Oleum, and then I'm going to take that hello autumn sign. Okay, you're going to take that hello autumn sign, I'm going to embellish it, and then I'm going to take and put the metal piece back on, take a skewer, and I'm going to you're going to get the little metal piece, put it back on there. You're going to take one of these cupcake picks. We're going to cut that little sunflower off, glue it on. Now what we're going to do is we're going to get that wire jute cord from the Dollar Tree, and we're going to take, and I had some of it already cut and it was already crinkled because I was going to use it on another project and changed my mind. You're just going to put that on there and twist it and make it into I cut off that end, and then I'm going to take and wrap it around a pencil or something and make those little curly cues. Then once I've got that done, I'm going to take some little white flowers that I got from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to glue them on over there at that edge where I put the twine. And then I'm going to take black chalk paint that you get from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to go over my little design that I put on. Now how much you put on depends on how much you want this to show up or be distressed. And then I just go around the little edge of it and distress the edge, and this is going to be a 2-sided tier tray sitter, and I think this just turned out really cute. I prefer the BU side over the other side, the autumn side. I like the autumn side, but it's kind of busy for me, but I decided that's how I was going to make it, and I did. I would have rather had scrapbook paper, but I didn't have any at the time, so I just did it. And what I'm doing right here is my paintbrush has got a little bit of that black on it still, so when I put it with some white paint, it kind of gives it that shading effect. And you guys, this is so cute. Look at there. Now you are going to need 2 of those little mason jar things for your 10 piece on the top, and I'm going to take and tie a bow on next, and then I'm going to highlight any spaces with my marker that didn't show up. And then, all right y'all, we just finished our cute little tier tray sitter. It says hello autumn on this side, and then the other side says be you. And we can put this on a tier tray and use it at any time of the year, depending on how we arrange it on our tier tray. You guys, I think this turned out so cute. Now let's get on with the video. Alright, y'all, we just finished our little project magnets that can be put on the refrigerator, and aren't they cute? You guys, these are really easy and cheap and good for kids to make for the holidays. And
for Christmas.
And they're not just Christmas because look at the magnet. We have deers and trees all year round. Yeah. Get on with the video. Next, you're going to need one of these little signs from the Dollar Tree, doesn't matter which one, and one of these aluminum pans. Now what you're going to do is you're going to sand off all of that glitter that is on it, and because you don't want those bumps on your stuff, and then get that good and sanded. And then you're going to take your little pan, this is what it looks like from the Dollar Tree, and you're going to get a piece of brown paper. I don't know why I told you about the pan just there, but you're going to get your piece of little brown paper and cut it to the size of your sign. Now here's another one of my stencils, and I'm going to take that little, now you're going to take your pan and you're going to take the top that you took off that sign, and you're going to cut out a little top for your jar. And I just use that embossing tool and makes that top. Now I'm not going to go all the way around this and show y'all since I already have mine done. And then you're going to take and use that for the top of your jar. Now the next thing you want to do is make your little ridges in your jar lid with that embossing tool and the top of your sign from before. Now save that, you can use it on another project. Now what I'm going to do is tape down my stencil for my Farm Fresh, and I'm going to trace it out with my pencil. Now you got some fat letters and you got some skinny letters, and so I just trace out, kind of give myself an idea of where those letters are. I don't necessarily trace out all the parts of the fat letters, I just kind of give myself some guidelines, but all the little lines in it, you want to make sure you do get your lines and everything as you're doing this, because it's going to be important. We're going to do the same technique we did on the little tier tray sitter on this jar. Okay, so now once you get this finished, you'll be able to take off your stencil, and I always leave mine on taped at one thing so I can go back and see if there's any parts that I missed that I'm not going to be able to understand what it is when I get to it. So I go back in and fill all those parts, and I just keep flipping it back and forth to make sure it's okay. And if it's not, then that way it falls back in the same place each time. I hope I'm explaining that right. And I'm just making sure all my letters are connected, going through each one of them. Now once I get that done, I put away my stencil just like I did my last one and tape it to the package. And then I'm going to get out 2 different glue guns. You want a fine tip one, and then you're going to need one with a wider tip. Okay, if you don't have both of them, you can do it with one. It's just going to take a little bit more effort. I found it's easier if you do it with the 2 different size glue gun tips, because you got fat letters in this and you want to get it really smooth when you do it so it looks like a jar. And so now I'm trying to figure out why my stuff isn't working. Hold on. Okay, now I think we got everything working. So what we're going to do is we're going to lay down beads. It's kind of like frosting a cake, and you're going to get a lot of strings from your glue gun. And I'm showing you, if you overdo it, you can just trim it off with your X-Acto knife. And this works fairly good to kind of try to straighten it up. So I'm showing you how to do it if you get too fat of a line on your thin lines. And I'm going to run through, I'm not going to make y'all sit through all of this. I'm just showing you all your fine tip areas you want to do first. Then you're going to come back in and do the ones that you're going to use your larger glue gun. And like I said, if you get any strings or anything on there, you can just wipe it off just like you did on your first project. And this turns out really cute. Okay guys, I thought I could get you a better picture by showing you this way. And if you notice, you got some little strings in here. Now go back in there with your little X-Acto knife and clean that up. And alright you guys, I decided I wanted this to look more like a real mason jar. And by doing this is going to cause that. But then I took this, because you know those mason jars, how they round up around the edges and they have that little lip? This is going to be my little lip. Now remember, I cut this to put up at the top of my mason jar, and when I make that little lip, it's going to come down below that. See where it falls? And then I wanted to put a little mark here on the jar to kind of show that the jar is kind of rounded. So I'm going to go back and add those in with my glue gun, and then I'm going to paint it with Rust-Oleum white chalk paint, and we'll be right back. Okay you guys, I want to show you how I'm doing this because it's a little bit different. The first coat I put on just swiping around, but this one I put on by doing a tapping method so that you get that jar look like you would if you were painting a jar. So let me finish this and I'll be right back. Alright you guys, I got my little lid glued on, and I touched up that one spot that needed to be touched up. And you could stop at this point if you wanted to, but I'm going to embellish mine a little bit more. So, okay, what you're going to do now is get your black chalk paint that you got from the Dollar Tree, and you're just going to go around and you're going to take your little sponge brush and just dab it up and down. Don't dab too much, because if you do, you're going to leave a little circle. You just want to lightly touch it and cause that stuff to just pop out off the jar. And you guys, I just love this little project. I think it turned out so cute. And you're going to want to make sure you get all your edges. Then you're going to want to go around the edges of your little jar at the top, and then go around the sides of the jar to make it look more rustic. I don't put too much up on the jar because I just want to give it that shading. Now I did go on the metal piece and add some little highlights in there as well with my same black paint. And again, you guys, this turned out so cute. Now what I'm doing is I'm getting out my markers and I'm going through my jar lid and making those little lines pop out a little bit more, and along the edge of my jar lid, because I didn't want to take the chalk paint and stick it down in there and get it all over the lid. So I'm just going through and embellishing it all. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take that twine that I got, I believe I got that at the Dollar Tree, and you're going to roll it up about 10 times around your finger. You're going to make yourself a little bow, and then you're going to tie it right there in the center, and then you just trim it off, fluff it out, and you got your jute bow. Now I'm going to take the I got some ribbon from, I believe that came from the Dollar Tree as well, and you're going to take and make you a little bow. And then I try to decide, do I want it on the top or the bottom, and I go for the top, and I trim the little tails off. And then I'm going to take me a button too. Now this, you're going to take your brown paper, stick it on the back. Anything that didn't stick down, I used a glue gun and I used a glue stick. Then I'm going to trim it out around the edges and sand off the edges. Now I had a couple of places that didn't stick down when I sanded the edges, so I went back and I made sure that everything was good to go. Then I take me another piece of that twine and cut it off and make me a little bow. Now you guys, you could stick this under the brown paper or you could stick it on top. And so what I'm doing here is I'm trying to see which way I want it to go. Sorry, that was out of frame. So I decided I want the little loop to be at the bottom and the little knot to be up at the top. And I got my little glue fingers down and I put it on there and got it good and secure. Now that's going to hang just perfect. And now I'm trying to see where I want to set my bow, and I'm going to take that jute bow, glue it down first, and I decide the center is where I want this to show up. Then I'm going to glue my little checkered bow down and my little button down right in the center. You guys, this is so cute. But I think this is so cute for our little decor. You guys, I love farmhouse look, and I think this turned out really cute for the farmhouse. So make you one. They're real easy. Get the stuff from the Dollar Tree. You can use the Dollar Tree glue sticks on this. And okay, for DIY number 3, you're going to need 2 mason jar lids, a ring, some twine, a piece of material, or what is it called, scrapbook paper, and a piece of magnet. Now my magnet came from the Publix, and they are their little things, little pharmacy signs to put on your refrigerator. They gave me a couple of them. I didn't need them all, so I saved this to cut up for crafts. Now I'm going to take my glue gun and my piece of material. I'm going to go around the edges of my little first little lid. And then I'm going to tuck all those pieces in, and I'm going to pull them to the back. I just glued down one edge first, and then once I got done, I pulled it through, got it nice and tight, and I'm going to go down and push all these little edges in. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make me, I thought I was going to make a hanger, but I'm making a magnet. Okay, so I cut my magnet into a little square, and I'm going to glue it onto the back of my little mason jar lid. And then I'm going to take, I'll slow down a minute. Okay, you're going to take and put some glue on your mason jar lid, and you're going to take that one and you're going to cover up the back of that, and there you go. This turned out really cute. Just take and rub off all the extra glue that does come out. And then the next thing that you're going to do, now you can make this a hanger thing, or you could take and make it a magnet. You're going to take and wrap your piece of twine all the way around the edge of it, and then you're going to glue it down. And then I take a little flower and add it to the top of mine. And this is so cute. I have one of my daughters, she collects magnets, so if you see me make magnets, that's what they're for. Alright, you guys, we just finished our last little craft of today, and it is a cute mason jar magnet. If you hadn't noticed, our theme today is mason jars. I hope y'all like this video, and we'll see you in the next video here at the Crafty Art Shack. Thanks for subscribing, and to all of our subscribers, we love you, and we thank you so much for subscribing and supporting this channel. And we set a goal for ourselves to get to 1,000, so share with your friends, and we'll see you in the next video. We'll see you later. Bye.
Wait. Before we get started, this is I'm Lily, Granny's granddaughter, and I'm sitting on. Give her a big thumbs up and subscribe to her channel and comment down in the notifications. And let's get started! Who is watching? Even my teacher, she knows my grandma and my honey. So if they're watching, hi, I love you. Love you. Love you. Let's change that. Okay, now listen, and if you're watching Mommy and Daddy and Lincoln and Josiah, I love you. Hey guys, welcome back to another channel. I'm Lily.
Another channel.
Hey guys, welcome back to another replay. Hey guys, look what I made. Now we're gonna.
We'll see you later. Yeah, that's not how it's supposed to end. Let's get on with the next craft. Okay, you guys.
I hope you like this video of Mommy and Daddy and Josiah and Lincoln.
Next video.
We'll
See you later.
Bye.